Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com and I've made a new pick a card read for you. This time it's a full tarot Celtic cross spread about your love life. What's going on in your love life at the moment? Let's find out. Now I've made 3 readings here. The timeless readings, whenever you get into them, is good. Crystal, the flower and the shell, each one of them has got a deeper dive. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, could be your story, want it to be your story, you might want to get that for even more information. If you do, toward the end of each of these readings, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below, and that's where you can also find your timestamps to fast forward to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? Would you like the crystal? And this crystal is out with the devil card. Blink, blink. Or would you like the flower? And the flower is out with the Wheel of Fortune card, which is from the News Tarot. Fate. That Wheel of Fortune. Or would you like the shell? And the shell is out with the King of Cups, perhaps a water sign, someone that loves you. So take your pick now. Don't forget to click like on this video as you're watching down there. Leave me a comment and click on the subscribe button with that notification bell as you're watching, because I do an energy update every single day of the year for the collective. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I give mini reads for donations. Would love to see you in there. And I make 3 of these love pick a card reads a week as well. So I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you want to click that, that would be great. So enjoy your reading. I will see you in there. So if you chose the crystal along with the Lightseers Tarot deck, then this one is for you. Let's find out what's going on in your love life with a full Celtic cross love spread. Now, as usual, crystals, is going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be your story, want it to be your story, you might want to get that. If you do, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's find out what this reading is all about. First of all, now we have the Chariot and the Devil. Oh no, this is about you rushing into a relationship that is negative for you, that is not good for you. Yeah, it's about kind of brushing over those red flags and getting into something that is just not right for you. This is the kind of side of us that when we want someone, when we're attracted to someone and we want them, we will overlook things that are negative about them, perhaps addictions or overindulgences, or ways that they are treating us that doesn't feel good to us, but we make excuses for it. It's like wanting to go out with that person, really attracted to them, but they don't message you back when you message them, and even that makes you feel terrible. Instead, you make excuses and pretend like they do message you, or tell your friends that they are messaging you when they're not. It's ignoring the feelings and going ahead with something when you're getting feedback that it is not for you. Careful of this, especially around communication, because the 8 of Wands card also kept flipped out when those 2 cards came out. There it is again. It's about direct communication. This is what is crossing you. It's communication that's the problem here. Someone isn't making the effort in communication, and that is not a good sign. It's not a sign that someone's just a bit weird with their communication and they don't just do that. It's a sign that someone isn't investing in you. They're not really in it. They're not really choosing you. Believe me, everyone has got time to, at some point, to message you back, right? I'm not saying like everyone wants to be messaging all the time. I know personally for myself, I can message in the evening, and even then sometimes I turn my phone on silent, but when I'm working I will not be messaging back generally. There'll be certain points though, and I will, of course I will. If I'm invested in someone, if it's important to me, I'm going to be messaging them back. The ones I don't message back are people like, you know, the scammers and the people, I'm just not invested in them at all, right? People just like wanting to sell me something. I won't take time out of my day to message them back. It is always a reflection of how someone is invested in you, whether they message you back or not. It's not indicative of the time that they've got available, is what I'm saying, because I'm very busy. I'm very busy, and I'm very particular about not being on my phone all the time too. But even I will get back to people that are important to me. I will. And so this has got something to do with that. So just be careful out there if you are whitewashing over that, them not messaging you back and them not making an effort. The right person will, and they will do it at the right times too. When you know that you need to hear from them, or to make you feel better, just to make you feel better. Just to make you think that they're thinking of you. If you haven't got someone, if someone is not doing that for you, then they don't really care about how you feel. Now, 8 of Wands, how this is crossing you. 8 of Wands could be about you communicating, your communication. So this could be how you're communicating with them, or the amount that you're communicating with them as well. If you are like sending someone like 30 messages a day and it's bothering you that you're not getting 30 back, you're only getting 5 back, well, that's you being excessive. But if they're really not messaging you back, or hardly ever, or once every, if you're like, your messages are one, and then they don't even respond to you, and then you send another message, when it's all like on your side of the conversation, just be careful of that. Be careful. So how does this appear on the face of it? Like justice, like this is your right person. 8 of Cups, or the justice is to walk away from this person. Like it appears to get to your justice, you need to kind of threaten to walk away, or walk away from them, so they'll actually start making an effort. If not okay, what's really behind that? Strength, 5 of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. Okay, so what's really behind that is you're stronger than that, right? There's a competitive nature, there's practice about this. 8 of Swords, you're not bound to this. You're not bound to in this situation at all, but you might think you're bound to this. Okay, this appears to me like you keep on getting into repeating relationships like this, where you want to be in touch more than them, or people that just aren't making the effort. And what I've found personally is I can get into relationships like this with people that are just not making the effort, because I'm just too willing to make some effort when there's no effort being made. I'm not willing to do that anymore. I sit back now and people show me whether they're willing to make the effort up front, and if they're not, I just don't even bother. So some of you are even bothering when you shouldn't be, when someone's just not that interested at all. But if you're willing to put in all the work and message them, then they're going to keep you on as an option. Because you're easy then, do you know what I mean? It's like, then they don't, if they feel like someone that isn't bothered about having a boyfriend or girlfriend, if they just want easy company every now and then, now if they've got no one like available, they're going to go on Tinder and having to make an effort like to draw someone else in. But if they've got you like on the back burner who is willing to message them when they can't even be bothered messaging you, you're the one that they're going to go to, right? And you might think that's a great thing, but it really isn't. They're keeping you just as an option, easy option kind of thing. Now, the strong thing for you to do would be to walk away properly, but not just walk away from this person, but walk away from the pattern that has you willing to invest in someone that isn't investing in you. Willing to put the effort in when it's not coming back to you. Are you settling for breadcrumbs? Is it enough for you to get the occasional text message? I don't think it is. Anyway, you're stronger than this. You're stronger. You're not tied to this pattern that you're in. Recent past energies. Queen of Cups. You're ready to receive. It's your time now, right? You're ready to receive. And that just doesn't come with you being exactly the same. We might think, well, I'm generous and I want to love people and I want to make an effort and I want to bring someone in that's making the effort, and so I'll just keep on making the effort and wait for that person that come to make the effort back. And it's like, no, that's not how it actually works. How it actually works is you respecting yourself enough to not make an effort until someone else does, And then when someone else does, great, then you can. then you can. But until that, there's a lot of people out there that don't make an effort, and so you might be ready to receive, yes, but there is something that you need to change about your behavior to be able to receive that. What have you got coming in your near future energy? Oh, you're manifesting something. Waiting. You're manifesting something and waiting for it is what you've got coming in the near future. So perhaps you're thinking like, okay, I manifest something different, hold my energy back, wait for someone that actually makes that effort. And that can be hard. It's like sitting on your hand so that you don't put your hand up in the air. You know what I mean? For me, it's like, what I do is I put myself out there on Tinder to see, because I live on a really small island, right? To see like the news that are coming in that are single and all of that. Not that they're necessarily single when they're on Tinder, but I'll match up with them if I like their bio and how they look and stuff like that. But then that's all I do. I don't message them. And that gets rid of most of them. Only a few of them will message. And if they take the time to message me, then I'll respond to that. And then some of them don't even respond back after that. It's just a one connection, and then they never say anything else. And that's fine too. Just get rid of them. Don't make any more effort with them. And then some of them will continue and into an interesting conversation. If they continue into a dull conversation, they're out. Or just start talking about hooking up or something like that, they're out too. But if they go to, I will have a conversation with them. But if they're not going to like ask me out, ask to meet me and stuff, I just tend to let those fizzle out too. If they ask to meet me, still let them take the lead in that, so that they'll ask me out on a date and I'll say yes to that, and then I let it go quiet. And then if they message me like before the date, is it still on? That shows that someone is committing to it. Like if they message you in the morning, is it still on the date? You're still good for tonight? You say, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And then when you go to the date, they'll message you saying, I'm there now, I'm there early, or what. Just let them take the lead, let them show you. And it's amazing if you do that, what different kind of relationships that you get into. And I'll tell you, like, it's the majority, it's 95% or more of in that process that I go through, they don't come through. But at least I've not wasted my time, right? I've made minimal effort to get rid of those ones, which is perfect. So I don't want to waste my time with this. I don't want to be spending hours and hours on Tinder each day, messing around with these guys that aren't making an effort. But I still want to kind of put myself out there without making too much of an effort. So what is this reading also about? It's about you rushing into those with that negative energy. It's also about the King of Swords. It's about you getting clarity, or bringing someone in that's a lot clearer in their energy and what it is that they want, right? Not the ones that say, I kind of do want a relationship, but I kind of don't. And not those fluffy ones. Someone that's clear, knows exactly what it is that they want. Okay, so what are your fears? Fears are recovering, like piecing yourself back together after issues have come up in a relationship, actually fearing falling in love. And that would make sense with this Chariot and Devil energy, fearing falling in love because you fall hard and fast and with the wrong kind of people. And then have to pick up your pieces of yourself after that, You guys need to slow down. Slow down and be more deliberate about how to ascertain someone's behavior, of whether they actually are serious and can even have a good relationship. Because they show really upfront, like they really do. What are your hopes? Well, you're hoping for something much better to come in, to be offered something much better than the same old empty bowls, the same old not even asking me on a date, the same old, not messaging me and all of that kind of thing. You're hoping for this right bowl full of love and full of rainbows and that right person to come in. What else are you hoping for? What else are you hoping for? Crystals? What else are crystals hoping for? Right one. The Knight of Pentacles. You're hoping to take it slowly this time. Yeah, and it can be hard to force ourselves to do that. Because sometimes they're really hot, those guys on Tinder, and I really hope that they message me and ask me out on a date, but some of them just don't. And that doesn't make me go, oh, well, I'll message them and then I'll try and make it happen. Can't be bothered. Not even for the hot ones. The High Priestess is what you're hoping for as well, so your intuition to kick in and for you to intuitively know. Well, it's not really about your intuition. You really do need to look at the behaviour of them, what it is that they're doing, how they're messaging, when they're messaging you. Are they really taking care of you through this process too? Do they care? Because you don't want to be pursuing someone that doesn't care. Well, let's get your outcome cards out for this. I will be revealing the outcome cards. Hang on. I'll be revealing these outcome cards in the deeper dive read, in that extended reading. So if you want to come along with me now, then you're very welcome to. Along with revealing these outcome cards, I say cards because I'm going to get about 6 of them out, so it's a progression. I'll also be getting like timing cards out, information. If we've got new people coming in here, ooh, and you do too. Oh, okay. Then I'll be getting timing cards out for these people, more information about these people coming in as well. What you've got coming up. I'll be getting cards out from my decks back here to give you more information about how we can help you, what you need to know about this process. What else? I'll be getting message cards out from your people as well. So what do they want to say to you? Each of the characters that show up. I do feel like you're focused on someone at the moment and you're wondering if to kind of threaten to walk away or to actually walk away to try and get them to step up, to try and reel them back in. So we'll get a message from that if that's the case, from that person. See what's going on with them in that deeper dive read. But let's get your outcome cards out. Oh, nice. I like that very much. 2 more, please, guys. What next for crystals? Good. Yes. Like that. Excellent. Right, so we've got 6 outcome cards there. Got a bit of excitement in there for sure. So if you're interested in finding out what these are and all the rest of it, you might want to get that deeper dive crystals for all of that kind of stuff. If you do, then I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. The email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, your promotions folder, all of those places. The email provider stashes them away so you can't find them. Look in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the crystal on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, try it on a different device and it will. So there you go. That's what I've got for you. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click on that subscribe button with that notification bell, and if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read for even more, then I will see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the flower along with the Muse Tarot, then this one's for you. Let's find out what's going on in your love life at the moment, what the guys want you to know about your love life. With a Celtic cross, full spread for you. So as usual, flowers, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, you might want to get that. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get straight into your reading and find out what this reading is all about for you guys, flowers. The Wheel of Fortune. This is about fate. It's about a fated connection, or your fate, who you're destined to be with. Fate, destiny, whatever you want to call it. And your movement toward that. That's what the reading is about. How exciting. What's crossing you? What's hindering you in all of this? 3 of materials, your plans. Your plans. So, fate wants to bring you somebody. But your plans, what you're planning, or how you want it to go, the specifics of what you're asking for is kind of contradictory to that. It has you not open to where fate wants to take you. In other words, you've got someone destined for you, but the path that you're trying to lead yourself down, or the person you're trying to get yourself to, is not that person. How you're trying to manifest it and the plans that you're making is not in line with that. Okay. So how do things appear on the surface of it all for flowers right now? Surface of their love life. 3 of inspiration. Like you're waiting for that perfect person to come along, or waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for something to happen in your love life. So you're at this waiting point at the moment, and what's really behind that? What is it that you're waiting for? Wow, that's a lot. Healing. The sixth, healing the past. That's what you're waiting for. You're waiting to heal the past. So you're not particularly waiting for just someone to come in, or a chance to happen, or fate to bring someone to you, or things to get moving. You're actually waiting for yourself to forgive, release the past. Not really forgive, heal from the past is a better way of putting it. Because we don't need to forgive. We just need to make ourselves okay because of the past. Despite the past, kind of thing, yeah? Make ourselves okay. So you're piecing yourself back together at the moment, which is why things are kind of stalled. But the Wheel of Fortune is about movement. The wheel never stops moving. We're never truly stagnant, because the wheel is moving and it's showing you what you need to heal from, or bringing those things up from the past for you. So you feel like you're just waiting for someone to come in, but really you're kind of waiting for yourself to heal from the past stuff that's gone along. That is the movement that's happening at the moment. And your plans on getting into a new relationship or pursuing somebody is kind of hindering you from seeing that now this is your area of focus at the moment, the healing from the past. Let that stuff go, and that's when the universe can kind of take you in the fated direction toward that new person that's truly right for you. So recent past energy, what did you have going on recently in the past? That was a lover, I think. Yes, the lovers. So you brought someone in, perhaps met someone, been lovers with them, thinking that they're coming back or it's going to continue on. That could be your plans here that's kind of scuppering you. So the universe brought you someone in. Why? Because you had something to heal from the past. So someone that reminded you of something from the past, or someone that reminded you that you really do want a partner. Someone that gave you a taste of that. Feels like a short-lived kind of a thing. Someone in and out of your life. A lover. But yeah, you might be planning to bring this person back rather than get the juice, what the universe was trying to teach you. So imagine if that lover was just like the universe wanted to give you a taste of something, to remind you about something, or teach you something about yourself. What would that lesson be? Or what is the universe trying to tell you? I think this reading is trying to tell you to leave that lover in the past, but not the lesson or whatever. The lesson doesn't have to be like, oh, you're doing this thing wrong, learn about that. It can be, and is what it feels like in this reading, is that the universe wanted to remind you something about yourself. You as a lover, the things that you enjoy in a relationship. Sometimes the universe brings people into our lives to bring an energy back into our lives, to remind us of that, to get us back into that energy, because we need to be in that energy. I don't know, it could be that you hadn't had sex for a long time, and you had sex with this person and it was great, and it brought out your sexual energy again, and that's what needed to happen. Not that this person is right for you, but it was right then, to bring that energy out of you because you needed to be in that energy again. It's something like that. You're going to have to decide for yourself what that person came into your life for. But it was for a reason, a season, not for ever, is what I'm getting. So what's coming in the near future? Feels like a positive person, that one from the past. In the deeper dive, I'll get message cards out from that person and see more about that. But what's coming in your near future? Near future energies, movement. You've got movement happening. Six of Voices to take you forward to something new. Six of Voices about the universe, like a big hand coming in here to help you over some obstacles and move you to something new. So fate steps in again and brings you to a new place, a new focus, or someone else, or a new lesson. This is all about fate, this reading, the Wheel of Fortune. What else is it about? What else is this reading about? Chariot, moving forward with your heart closed. Oh, okay. This is making more sense now. Right. You know how I was saying for some of you that lovers came into your life to open you up sexually again, to that sexual energy, because it might have been a while. Previously, you're moving forward into connections much too fast with your heart still closed. Meaning perhaps you were thinking about relationships too much, like choosing somebody, maybe dating online or something, choosing people with your mind instead of meeting people and having an emotional connection. So trying to get into a relationship with your heart closed isn't the ideal. And so that could be why they brought the lover in. Could be an uncomplicated liaison kind of thing. Someone heart wide open that got you back in your heart, opened your heart back up again. Because this 5 of emotions, it's like the long cold walk in the snow by yourself kind of thing, going, no, I've got this, I've got everything that I need, I don't need anyone else kind of thing. And this, she's kind of defrosting the icicle there, so her heart's turned to ice, but she's defrosting it, opening her heart back up again. So you don't want to rush forward into relationships with your heart closed, because you can end up in a relationship with someone that doesn't make you feel great. Not that they make you feel bad. I mean, you might end up in a relationship with someone that makes you feel bad, but unless you're in your feelings, you're not going to be choosing that one that just makes you feel incredible, right? You know, so the universe and fate is trying to do the best for you, almost trying to put you in situations that manipulate your energy in a way, but toward wholeness. Like, remember when your heart's open, remember being free and healed, and all of that kind of thing. Remember when you didn't plan so much and try and control it because of how hurt you were. Remember when it was just kind of, this could have been a younger person that came in. When you're all shut down and the universe wants to open you back up again, it can bring someone that's like really open-hearted and youthful in again to remind you of that energy and get you into that youthful, heart-open energy again. So I do feel like that person in the past was not so much a lesson for you, but they brought some kind of an energy into your life that you needed to incorporate and remember about yourself. What are your fears? Your fears are being turned down. The 5 of materials, being turned down. So you're fearing rejection. I wonder if it's from this one. I don't know, take it as it resonates, but yeah, fearing rejection. Someone could have rejected you in the past and really took it badly. You do have stuff from the past to heal from here. And we keep on recreating things until we've healed it from it as well. Have you noticed that? Muse of emotions. This is someone in particular. Perhaps you're scared that they're not going to come back in. Someone that loved you. The love is there, but perhaps not choosing you, or perhaps they chose you in the past. This one, but you're afraid of rejection from someone here. It feels like you're kind of planning on bringing someone back, is what it feels like here, and afraid not to do that, or afraid that they're going to reject you if you do that. Seems to be tied up in someone else's energy here because you haven't healed from something in the past. Set yourself free. Okay, so what are your hopes? Page of materials, to be given an offer, something that you've been dreaming about, like a dreamy kind of an offer. You're hoping to be able to protect yourself so that from the negative ones, the ones that aren't right for you. Hanged Muse, to see things from a different perspective, to make sense of it all, of what you've been through. And you're hoping to free yourself from the repeating patterns. I can see why this is saying you're kind of in repeating patterns here, and the universe is trying to lead you out of it. But it feels to me, take this as it resonates, and don't take it if it doesn't apply to you, of course, but it seems to me like when it tries to do that, it brings a new energy into your life, but then you try and cling to that and then plan for that to be the one that you move forward, instead of just flowing with it and going, oh, this is really nice, thank you, universe, and what next? You kind of, okay, there's this one, because this one isn't, this one is a little bit of what's good, and so I better cling to this one because no one else will come in. So you need to kind of flow with it, and the reason you're doing that is because you've got stuff to heal from. So rejections in the past and when things have gone wrong have you believing that love is scarce out there, and love really isn't scarce out there. Really isn't. So let's get your outcome cards out. I will be revealing these outcome cards in the deeper dive read. I'm going to get about 6 of them out. So it tells a story. Nice. In the deeper dive read, I will also, I will also be getting cards out from the other decks back there to get more information and guidance for you. Anyone that we've got in this reading, like that lover back there, and anyone that you've got coming in here, which you do apparently, in these cards that are coming in your outcome, we're getting messages out for them and some important information about them too, so that you can recognize them and find out why they're coming into your life and all of that kind of stuff. What else? Timelines as well, possible timelines for this. So if you're interested in that, because you've got in the energy coming in the 6 of voices, so the universe is going to get you moving to the next thing, next step of your love life. You might want to know about that. If you want to find out what all of those are and want a lot more help with this, you want that extended reading, then you might want to get that deeper dive. If you do, I'll pop a link for up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. Do check in those places that your email provider hides them away from you. And now, in that email, once you find it, you'll see that there's a link to your crystal flower in the shell. You click on that flower on your device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Leave me a comment, click on that subscribe button with that notification bell. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read for even more, then I will see you in that very shortly. So if you chose the shell along with the Tarot of Mystical Moments, then this one is for you. Let's give you a full Celtic Cross tarot spread here, find out what's going on in your love life. Now, as usual, shells, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, you might want to get that. If you do, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get straight into your reading. Find out what this is all about in your love life. King of Cups could be a water sign. This is somebody who loves you or has loved you or still loves you. I think love never dies. I think love is still there. So this is about King of Cups character, someone that loves you, someone that you've got your eye on. Perhaps they've got their eye on you. They might be in your life at the moment, they might not be. I'm going to sneeze. But yes, the love is there. Okay, tell us more. What is hindering this relationship? Oh, a lot, apparently. King of Wands. A feminine King of Wands. Okay. A King of Pentacles. And a Page of Cups. Okay. It's all about this person here. Right, so the King of Cups, they have someone in their life that is a feminine, but quite in their masculine energy. Someone quite bossy, tells them what to do, leads the way. Someone that's manifesting. They feel maybe not a user, but someone that likes to keep the person on the toes. They could be married to this King of Wands, this female King of Wands, who tells them what to do, orders them around and all of that kind of thing. King of Pentacles, so they're quite in this stable energy. They're in a stable connection. It doesn't seem very enjoyable because they're being ordered around. It doesn't feel very satisfying to their heart, which is perhaps why they love you. And Page of Cups, so they're in the like wishing that they were with you, dreaming about you kind of thing. But they are very much the day-to-day life, the lifestyle and all of that kind of thing. They're with someone else, and it's quite controlling of them. They call the shots. So that's what's hindering you in this. They can't come towards you. They're in a stable life condition, perhaps married to someone else who is quite bossy. Their heart is kind of with you. Could be quite confusing, this situation. Because of that, you probably feel that the heart is with you, and you're wondering why they're not choosing to actually be with you. So it's all about that story. How do things look on the face of it? Page of Swords, like someone's learning and having a different perspective. So you might think that they're trying to change their mind. there's a couple of pages out here they're a bit of a novice, this person. They might still be learning some basic lessons about relationships, but you can kind of see them learning. You think that they might get that. It's how it appears on the face of it. What's really behind that, though? It's Page of Wands, another page. You see, this person is very much a beginner about their passion, what they really want to do, their wishes, and actually making a decision and taking action on that. So your person is not as strong as the person that they are with at the moment, and even though the heart wants a lot more and the passion wants a lot more, they're very much a novice at that and haven't yet made a decision and taken action on it. They haven't found the strength and courage to make an actual change in their life. So the heart is kind of, they might be having an emotional affair with you, this person, or the heart is going out to you, but they're not strong enough to actually make a change in their life right now, to make those heart's wishes come true of theirs. With 3 pages out here, they're very much feeling in that, which is funny because they're also the king, right? King of Pentacles. We've got 3 kings and 3 pages on the table. So it's like they appear as the king, stable, and they've got a lot of love to give and all of that kind of thing, but how they're feeling inside is more the page, more a beginner, like don't know what I'm doing kind of thing. This person's inner child. Hang on, just listening. There is something about this person's inner child. They had to grow up too soon. That's why they appear as the king, but really very much a child on the inside. This person could have a lot of stronger than everyone else. We all have this. You know, that feeling that, what's it called? Imposter syndrome, where we feel like, people find out that we're really just a little kid and we don't know what the hell we're doing and we're just pretending to be that adult. That we all have that feeling, right? But this person more than anyone else. So this person probably projects that they're the king more than they actually feel it on the inside. They feel like a child on the inside. And that's perhaps why they've got themselves in a situation with someone bossing them around. The mother figure kind of thing. They might have married a mother figure kind of thing that bosses them around because they feel like a child inside, and that's how they show up in the relationship. Okay. So recent past. 7 of Pentacles, you invested something, you invested yourself in this in some kind of a way. You said you were there for them, or you, something like that. You invested in this. What's coming in the near future? In this 4 of Swords, healing from it. Oh, healing from it. So you invested something in, but nothing's happening, right? So you're needing to heal, take a rest from it, take a break from it. Divert your energy into something else. Rest, relaxation, possibly, or healing yourself from that. There's a giving up. There's an exhaustion about that. I give up. There's nothing for me to do here. They're not doing anything. Okay, so it's all about the King of Cups. What else is this reading about? Because it's also going to be about you too. It's about you moving on. 6 of Swords. Getting yourself out of these choppy waters and moving on from it. Healing yourself, moving on from it. And the universe helping you to do that. Perhaps the universe is going to be bringing you someone new to help you move on from this person. There's obviously something for you to learn in that. Perhaps you're attracted to that person's inner child. Something to think about. Okay. Wounded inner child too. Someone that had to grow up before their time. Because I was getting that really strongly. Okay, so what are your fears? Fears. Charles, what are your fears? Fears. Charles, what are Charles' fears? Tell not to take those. There we go. Fears. Strength. Interesting. You know what I'm getting from that? It's like you feel like if they come to you, you're just going to turn into the one that bosses them around. But you're stronger than them, and you know you are. Perhaps you've healed more than they have. Your inner child. Your inner child's kind of fallen in love with their inner child. You see them like restricted and blocked in all of this. But if they came to you, they'd come like as a child. And I think you'd be in the adult energy. And so you just have it like they'd have a repeat. Afraid of Hierophant. That this is a lesson, that this is afraid to lock this in. I think there's a genuine fear here that you just end up in a really similar situation. It would just be a repeat of like the relationship that they're in. I think there's an inevitability. That's hard to say. An inevitability in that you kind of would slip into the role that the bossy one is in with this person. Okay. Hopes? What are your hopes? 8 of Swords. You want them to be set free. Oh, this is about your inner child being set free. You're seeing your inner child. It's your inner child that needs to be set free if you haven't done it already. And you're seeing it in them. Or you set your inner child free in the past and you want to set them free too. So they're kind of like reminding you of your past self and you want to help them out too. That's codependency, by the way. What are your hopes? And when we do that, we just end up enabling them to be in that same trap that they were in before. That's why I said I'm getting this feeling like it's inevitable that you end up, if you get together with this person, you'll end up in the same relationship that they're currently in, and you don't really want that. You're hoping for your justice, for your divine counterpart, for the balancer, the one to come in. Okay. And you might feel that this is your person, that this is your justice, but it feels imbalanced to me. It doesn't feel like you're right person to me. Okay, what are your what's the outcome to all of this then? Considering this is about you and the King of Wands. What's the outcome? I'm going to get about a 6 or thereabouts cards out for your outcome to tell a story. And I'll be revealing these outcome cards in the deeper dive read, in that extended reading. Ooh. And not just be showing you and revealing the reading for these outcome cards, but I will also be getting cards out from these decks back here to give you more guidance and all of that. I'll be getting message cards out from your person, and if you've got anyone else coming in, because the universe is trying to move you forward, then let's see, perhaps about them and about what they need to learn and what they want to tell you and all of that. Oh. Wow, okay. Very interesting. So you got 6 outcome cards here. Very interesting progression in that. So if you are interested in finding out what they are more about, the King of Cups, and what they're going through and what it is that they need to learn, and all of that, then, and guidance for you, of course, for you moving forward with this 6 of Swords energy that the universe wants to kind of move you on from this and heal from it. Then you might want to get that deeper dive. If you do, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, the email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, junk, promotions, all of those folders that your email provider stashes them away so that you can't find them. It might be in there. Once you find the email, you'll see that there's a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the shell on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Leave me a comment and click on that subscribe button with that notification bell to hear more from me. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I'll see you in there very shortly.